etiquette around using our cell phones and moving it out in public and talking about it. With us in studio, lifestyle experts who talks about etiquette and lives for it. She is from the Espresso Finishing School. Daniela Conti, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We want to talk about this. I mean, individuals are at a table, they take out a cell phone. I mean, do we need to take a closer look at phone etiquette? Are there ground rules that we need to set for ourselves?
Well, I think there should be ground rules in place. There are no specific references because it's so new to our modern day living. We can base the references on old-fashioned telephone landline etiquette, but that's very different because you're not going to lug a landline around with you everywhere. And also, cell phones are twofold. They are a telephone, but they're also a live feed in real time to our daily lives, you know, through all the social media platforms.
It's interesting because people know it's bad. Why do we still do it?
Well, that's also very interesting. I think cell phones came into the marketplace and they immediately got given to both the young generation and the old generation. So there wasn't specifically the older generation schooling the youngsters with how to use them in the correct places. I think modern manners have to play a role in terms of how you want to represent yourself and display. Do you want to talk loudly on the phone? Not really, especially if you're in a public place. Do you want to speak about private things in a public place? These are sort of things internally that we'll pick up through manners, really.
We kind of want to move back to, like you said, to our manners and get back to the basics almost. Cell phone commandments, you know, that will lead humanity. Is there anything that you can point out for us? Maybe you can put us back onto our social part of redemption. What can we do in public to make sure that we don't offend?
Well, I think firstly is to talk quietly if you have to take a call. If you're going into a meeting and you are expecting a call. For example, cell phones are fantastic for single working moms. Let's say, you know, you've got your kids at home, maybe they're with a nanny or a childminder, and you're not sure. So it's almost a lifeline. You can almost excuse yourself saying, look, a call might come in. Is it okay if I take it?
Right.
That's just the obvious sort of way to handle it. I would not have a telephone at the dinner table. A lot of us kind of make that mistake still. You know, you're not going to lug your landline to the dinner table, so why would you sit with your cell phone there as well?
I think immediately about all these security companies that's connected to our cell phones. You know, when they call, how do you take an urgent call when you're at a dinner party, especially with someone who is, for instance, your CEO or someone really important?
It's a difficult one. You know, I think you elegantly have to excuse yourself and go and speak very quietly and try and wrap it up as fast as you can. It just, you've got to assess what's really important and what's not. You know, to immediately turn the phone off as it's ringing. The other person on the side is also a human being. You know, so just as somebody's in front of you, there's somebody on the other side of the phone.
Okay, well, I have some examples here of exactly when to use your cell phone and when not to. No cell phone should ever be placed on the dining room table. It's like your handbag. Put it on a chair or leave the phone inside your handbag. Do not light up your screen when in conversation with someone. You know, when you talk to someone and you look down and you're lighting it up to see if there's a message, don't do it. Also, cell phones should not be on display at any event, meaning if there is a wedding or you're in the church ceremony that the group talked about earlier, please don't take it out. Also, it says children should not be given a cell phone as a toy. It is an important means, and I mean, Daniela, you even pointed it out, that it's that interaction between the single mom and the nanny who is at home. It's not a toy, so you can't give it to someone to play with or specifically unintended, in fact. Do not take a call when in a conversation with someone unless it's urgent, and Daniela just pointed out, then excuse yourself. And also, ensure a 3-meter distance between you and another person when taking a phone call, because I can hear everything that you're saying on that phone. Daniela, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Daniela from the Espresso Finishing School, giving us some etiquette around our cell phones and when to use it and when not to. Well, they say change is as good as a holiday, and